Hello and welcome to this episode of the Business Spotlight. Today we are joined by Evelyn Diamond from Essentially Medical. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, nice to see you. Thank you for inviting me.
You're more than welcome. It's an absolute pleasure. And hello to all of our viewers as well. So if you're joining us for the first time on the Business Spotlight, it's great to have you with us. Today we're going to speak to Evelyn about her business, and we're going to be finding out a little bit more about her, a little bit more about Essentially Medical. And you're going to learn a little bit more about business. So if you're just starting that entrepreneurship journey, watch this space. So Evelyn, if you can just kick things off by letting our viewers know who you are, what you do, and how long you've been doing it for.
Okay. My name is Evelyn Diamond. I have been running Essentially Medical for almost 20 years. And we provide busy GPs and other healthcare professionals with meetings, with medical education meetings led by NHS and private consultants too.
Fantastic. Wow. Nearly 20 years. That's amazing.
It is. We've done over 6,000 meetings during that time, and hopefully we've educated a lot of GPs and helped them along their way.
Wow, that's fantastic to know. Thank you so much for that share. So, Evelyn, what would you say is what makes you different or stand out from other businesses that do something similar to you in your sector?
Okay. We don't really have a lot of competition, which is good. The service that we offer is completely free to GPs, and it's actually a win-win situation for all concerned. I suppose you'd call us a medical matchmaker. And what we do, we bring primary, which are GPs and nurses, practitioners, together with secondary care, hospital consultants, or the other way round, for the purpose of medical education. It's so important that your GP knows exactly who they are referring you to as a patient. We have a wide range of consultants covering many specialties, and each of these consultants can talk on lots of different topics. We've got gynecology, gastroenterology, dermatology, cardiology. And because these meetings are free, we find that the GPs are very happy to log on. We used to go to the surgeries, but now it's all virtual. And the main reason is that the consultants are so busy, there's long waiting lists, clinic times, etc., that they don't have the time to physically go and meet with the GPs. So by educating them, the GPs are given a list of topics within each clinical area, and they take place, these education sessions, at a time convenient to both the consultants and to the GPs and nurses. I began Essentially Medical really as a way of bringing together local GPs and NHS consultants so that they could learn from each other to benefit their respective local patients. We do have a lot of local to the surgeries, to the GP surgeries, local consultants, but we also use the inner London hospitals. One of them is called the Cleveland Clinic, and they really do have tip-top consultants. So basically, I think that we save the NHS money because after the educational meetings, which, by the way, are sponsored and financed by the pharmaceutical companies, and their reps are allowed to make a short presentation. They give and the consultants give their talk or conduct question and answer sessions. And more often than not, the consultants are very happy to pass on their presentations so that for future reference, the GPs have them to hand. And for the representative, it's not about selling products, it's about building relationships. So that's basically how we work.
Wow, that's fantastic, Sharon. It's so interesting as well to hear from that side of it. So this is a totally new thing for me to hear about this, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers, it's probably the first time they've heard about this as well. So what would you say looking forward then? Because I mean, you've given us a very good understanding of what it is that you do, Evelyn. What does the future look like? I mean, what sort of things do you see as some of the challenges for you and for your clients going forward?
Okay, we're always happy to have more surgeries on board. We sometimes hit a few obstacles when contacting GP surgeries. They think we're actually selling them something. We're not. We're just offering them free medical education from their local or other consultants. We're quite lucky in as much as the pharmaceutical reps are happy to work with us, because they also find it quite difficult sometimes to access the busy GPs, and we can open a door for them to do this. So the business model is the consultants are happy because they are meeting the GPs who send them patients. The GPs are happy, they're receiving free medical education without having to go anywhere. It's all online now, and the pharma reps are happy because they can access the GPs. They have important messages to tell GPs, and this way it's a very good way of doing so.
Yeah, wow. Wow, this is so exciting, so interesting as well.
Mhm.
So, I mean, over that 20-year period then, Evelyn, I mean, you yourself as the business owner, what would you say has been the biggest lesson that you've learned being in business for, well, this particular one, almost 20 years?
I think the most rewarding lesson is that we get the most amazing comments. Thank you so much. It's been really useful. Great meeting. All these are on our website. I would like to add that what we do it by areas. So, for example, although it's my business, my area is North Central London, which is mainly the London Borough of Barnet. But we have Kay, who organises East and West Hertfordshire. Susan does Enfield, and she also does West London. We do a big private, no, it's a private, it's a medical group, which Susan also organises the meetings for. And we're just about to launch a new team in Buckinghamshire and Oxfordshire, which will be run by Andrea.
Wow. So, expansion is on the horizon.
Hopefully, yes.
Oh, that's fantastic news. So, thanks for that. That's brilliant. And it's so great to hear that your business is expanding. So, congratulations.
Okay.
So, Evelyn, moving, if we were able to, back in time,
Yeah.
if you was able to go back in time, but with the knowledge that you have now, and we were going to go back and we was going to give say an 18-year-old version of yourself one piece of advice, one piece of business advice, what would it be?
I think one needs to persevere. It's not easy to get in front of GPs, but once they know the service that is offered, and it might be through your own GP, go and see him or go and see the practice manager and say, look, this is a free service. It can only benefit your patients. I think that is the way forward. Just cold calling doesn't work. You need to build up firm, secure relationships.
Yeah, no, couldn't agree more. That's fantastic piece of advice. So thank you very much for that. So, well, 20 years. I mean, what is it that sort of really, that's your passion? What is it that puts that sort of fire in your belly to continue to do what you do on a daily basis?
I think because we help people, everybody's happy as far as the consultants, the GPs, and the pharma reps are concerned. And if you think that over the years, we must have saved the NHS thousands of pounds by educating GPs who don't have to spend money on a costly referral to a hospital. And also, there won't be any waiting list, because if the GP, through his medical education or her medical education, is able to solve the patient's problem, then what could be better than that? It's a win-win situation for us all.
It absolutely it is indeed. That's fantastic. So, Evelyn, thank you so much. I mean, just to wrap things up then, what would be the best way for people, which I'm sure there's going to be an awful lot of people that would like to speak to you about this. What's the best way for people to get in touch? I mean, have you got a phone number or a website?
Sure. If you look at www.essentiallymedical.co.uk, my email is info@essentiallymedical. Sorry, info@essentialmetal.co.uk. Yeah, or just look at our website, see what we do, the areas that we go to, the different consultants, the different specialties. And I think I've given a pretty good overview of how we run the business.
That is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much, Evelyn, for joining us on this episode of the Business Spotlight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks very much indeed.
And thank you for our viewers. And that's a wrap. So thanks again for joining us on this episode of the Business Spotlight. We'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.
Bye.